So I haven't done one of these for a while, and that is a gut health update. And the other week I was thinking about it and was like, I kind of need to keep you guys in the loop about how my stomach's feeling, because you seem to like that, hopefully. And then the other day, like I think 3 days ago, gut health things happened that were really, really horrible and I really hated. So I thought even more reason to share this with you right now. So about 3 days ago, as I said, I went to bed as usual, and then about 1 AM I woke up with the most horrendous pain. Like honestly, you know, I've talked so much in these videos and just generally in my life about the horrendous, horrible, disgusting cramps and bloating and everything that I get in my stomach that just makes life really, really difficult. And then the other day I woke up and the pain was worse than anything I've ever experienced. I don't know what childbirth is like, but I'm gonna be fine because this was so bad. Like, it was all, usually I get loads of pain up my left side. This was all on my right side, and it was like, I felt really, like so much burning inside, like really burning from the top, sort of just below my ribs in the centre, and then all the way down that side and around my belly button as well. And it was, oh my god, it was so painful. It was like dull burning, but then loads of shooting like dagger pain at the same time. I couldn't really describe it, but it was so bad that I had to wake Mark up because I could not, like I was scared. I was genuinely scared that I would have to go to the hospital or something. And you know, I have quite a high pain threshold from having all this blooming IBS stuff, but I was terrified. And I just didn't know what the problem was at all, and I tried to get out of bed because I thought, well, maybe if I walk around or go to the loo or something, maybe that will help. But every time I tried to just turn slightly, I couldn't, and it was like sort of wincing pain, and oh, it was really, really bad. I can't describe it as bad as it was. And I think the problem was, we came to the conclusion, because it did gradually sort of improve, was that it was really bad trapped gas or trapped wind, because I kept trying to press on my stomach even though it was really sore, and I could hear it. I could hear sort of the odd like or bubbles. I'm sure some of you guys have heard this as well, where your stomach just makes horrendous noises inside, and not the noises of just being hungry, but the noises of like, I am in pain, this is horrible. So I kept trying to push on it, and I kept hearing stuff come out, and then it seemed to come back, so the pain was just constant. And eventually Mark helped push me out of bed basically, and it was awful, but I sort of bent over, walked to the loo. I went and did a pee, and then it seemed to improve things. It's like it gave me a little bit more room in my body for the gas to like spread out, and then a bit more like gas and stuff came out, you know what it's like. And I was finally able to get back to sleep. This was at 3 AM, so 2 hours later. So it was one of the worst experiences ever. And what made it worse was I knew that I had a whole day working in London the following day, so I was like scared that I wouldn't be able to do that, and they were quite good, enjoyable, exciting things that I was doing. So the following morning I woke up, and I don't know if it was, you know, obviously I felt a lot better, but I don't know if it was just that I was so nervous that it would happen again or whatever, but the whole day I was sort of in quite a lot of pain, and it was just really uncomfortable, and it took till the following day for it to actually completely go. So I don't know if any of you guys have had something like this before, like trapped wind, trapped gas that's really bad, that makes you feel like there's something else wrong. Like I was worried about my kidneys, like if it was like an appendix thing. I don't know about all these things that much, but it felt different and it felt horrible. So yeah, I just kind of needed to get that out, because it was like, I don't think people understand how bad it is. If I try to explain it to someone who doesn't have like all these pains and IBS and gut health issues, I think they'd just be like, oh yeah, I get things like that, but I swear no one gets things like this. So let me know if you've had really bad shooting pains like that before, and the burning, and what you've done to combat it, because for me, I can't really say what I did. I sort of just laid there, and then I'm not going to tell you that the best thing to do is try and get up and go and pee, because I'm sure that won't really help, but it helped me at the time. And I'm just so thankful that I feel 1,000 times better today and yesterday than I did. But yeah, it was quite surprising, because overall at the moment I've been feeling so much better. So, I mean, I say so much better, but it's just a little bit better. Like I have my moments. I have days where I can go through it and I'm almost not bloated. I'm almost no cramp after eating food, which is incredible. You know, I think for most people that's kind of normal. When you just eat like, I don't know, a bowl of cereal, most people don't go into massive cramps and stuff, but I have quite a lot in the past. But recently I haven't, and I don't really know why. I mean, I've been taking my Simprove now like religiously every single day for quite a few months, and I don't know if it's really just kicking in and helping, or the fact that in the last month I haven't eaten any meat or fish. Maybe that's helped. I don't know. But there's something there that has been helping me sort of feel a little bit better. But that doesn't mean that I haven't had the bad days as well, where I have no idea why I'm feeling awful. I'm sure a lot of you relate to this, where you go through a day, you eat the same thing that you ate the day before, the day before, the day before. Well, not the same thing every day, but things that you've eaten and you know you're safe with. And then suddenly you eat that exact same sort of thing and you feel horrendous. And you don't know whether it's the food, you don't know whether you've been overly more stressed. Maybe you can't even realise if you've been stressed. Something inside your body's just all tight. Like, I don't know. It's really confusing. And I've had a lot of that. But then I've also really tried to think when I've had these sort of really bad pain days. And I think one of the things for me definitely is sugar. So that is quite difficult for me, as if you look at my blog or on my Instagram, you'll see that I like to bake a lot of cakes. And with baking cakes and making recipes, I need to just try a bit. But even a little bit sometimes really, really hurts me. So definitely sugar is something that I struggle with, alongside gluten, onions, garlic. I'm not even going to list anymore because you know what it's like. So yeah, it's a pain really, and I really hate that sugar has this thing on me. And I've known it for a while, but I just keep trying to ignore it, and I'm like, well, surely a bite of one cookie won't hurt. Oh no, it can do me over for the whole day. And I don't know if you guys have a similar thing, but I can tell sometimes, like, I have a certain pain, like a sugar pain. I have like, well, I barely know because I never eat gluten, but like a gluten pain or an onion and garlic pain. Like, they're all slightly different. And a sugar pain makes me really lethargic, really feeling really fatigued and needing to lie down. And it's just incredibly like dull aches and stuff, and I just can't function. And that's something that I've experienced a lot this month because I've been doing some baking and tried a few things, and however much I know the pain's there, I still just have a little bit, and I know it's so bad, but when you know that it's just pain that then will go away after a few days, you're like, oh, it'll be worth it, and then instantly as soon as you have it, you're like, it's not worth it. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been. I've had awful times like the other day. I've also had much better times which have been really, really positive, but then I've equally had just the same old rubbish stomach. And yeah, I'm still really fed up with it. I still don't really know what's overly wrong, and I've come to the sort of acceptance in a way that I'll never know entirely what's wrong, and I'm just going to have to deal with it myself, because doctors don't help, do they? At the end of the day, they're just, you know, they're just there to sort of brush you under the carpet, which is depressing. But yeah, that's my little gut health update. I hope your stomach has been like mine has been on the good days, and definitely not how it was on that awful night where I was up for 2 hours thinking I needed to go to hospital, because that is not cool. But if you have had that before or anything kind of similar, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to know so I don't feel so alone. And also anyone else who is watching this video probably would like to know just everyone else's experiences, so we can all feel like pained, sad people together, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my sort of gut health updates and want them to come back a bit more like I used to, then just let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and do all that stuff, because it just helps me and makes me realise that what I'm doing is worth it. Although it is always worth it, because I like talking about it. I think that's the thing, you know, if you have these problems, if you have someone that you can talk to about it, it just makes you feel a little bit better, as long as they understand and don't just sort of not care. So if you don't know people like that, just come and talk to me, because I get it. I'm happy to talk about all this stuff, however gross it is, it's fine. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, then click over here to see more meals that I actually can eat and foods I can eat. And if you click over, well, Peggy's not helping here, if you click over here, you can watch me do a grocery haul of lots of foods that I can buy that I can eat. And we will both maybe, well, definitely me, maybe Peggy, we'll see you in the next video. Bye!